The balance owing is basically stemming from pet fees and a pet deposit for an animal that Ms. Bell had. The question that's presented is the application of ESA. Back in 2019, Ms. Bell applied for an ESA for a dog, I believe it was a pit bull. She had a letter from her doctor indicating the need for the support animal, and it was granted. At that point in time, she did not pay a pet fee or a pet deposit. Subsequently, I believe in February of 2023, she had to remove the support animal because it was a pit bull and it apparently had bitten one of the tenants. That was in February. She replaced the animal, and then in October of 23, we requested that she certify the new animal, which I believe is Pride Chihuahua. And
well, let me ask this, because I remember the issue, but the certification for the animal, however one wants to put that. Well, let me put it this way. Does the complex certify the animal?
The complex asks that she read certification that she of her needs for the support animal, which in 2019 she did provide for us. We asked starting in October when she got the new animal, we asked that she recertify herself that she had a continuous need for that support animal.
Okay, and again, that I guess brings me to the next point. If nothing had happened with the pit bull, she wouldn't have had to recertify anything.
Well, we take the position that we could have asked her to certify, but we didn't. The fact that she had the replacement animal brought it to our attention. Does Ms. Bell still need a support animal? If so, we asked that she be recertified. We asked, and I have if I can present to the court, if I may approach Your Honor.
What are those?
This is a thread of emails between Group 5's attorneys who was handling the case then, and Nikki Green from Fair Housing, talking about the pet situation. And Nikki Green basically said she was going to follow up with her doctor, I think Dr. McAvoy, to see if we can get the certification. According to our information, Dr. McAvoy refused to do the certification. We asked that she possibly.
But was that the previous doctor?
Hmm?
Okay,
I'm sorry.
but here's my issue with this. When she did that in 2019, she's not certifying the animal.
Correct. She's certifying her need for an animal.
Right. So what would lead the complex to think that changed?
Well,
because and the reason I'm asking that is because based upon at least what's been represented to the court, the only thing that happened is the removal of the animal.
That brought it to the attention of management that does she still need a support animal? And that's why we requested certification.
Why would that raise the issue?
Well, I believe there's a difference between an ESA and a service dog. A service dog, if you're blind or
Right.
handicapped, you apply for a service dog. That's a different type of certification. And at that point in time, if it's granted, basically it's for life. Support animal is different. It's like,
Well, what explains to the tenant that it's different? I mean, because from what I'm hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, in 2019 to 2020, in 2020, the dog is still there and she doesn't have to do anything. The dog just continues there. 2020 to 21, same thing. 2021 to 2022, same thing. So I'm looking at a 3-year period where she has to do nothing. She has this dog.
we didn't raise that issue at that point in time, but
Why, though? I mean, what makes not raising the issue at that time as opposed to raising it later on? What's the distinction
well,
if you're not certifying the animal?
I believe that in a situation that the complex has the right, and there's nothing in the law either way, that we have the right to certify, recertify, or we don't have the right to recertify. So it brought us to the attention, does Miss Bell still need certification? And it's a simple process. All she had to do is go to the doctor.
But I get that that's the process that the landlord wants her to enter into.
Correct.
The problem that I'm having with this is why was the request made at that time as opposed to being made, and then your client's got a whole lot of other problems, the least of which is an ESA on this property.
Okay, so basically, if I can paraphrase your thinking, Your Honor, you're dismissing this case.
I'm not. When Mr. Weiss, you know how I am. When I'm ready to do something, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know. I think as we've gone through this, I don't know that you need me to do it. The right thing to do would be for the plaintiff to dismiss it. And more importantly, then institute and formulate a policy by which you're going to handle these types of situations. Because and part of my reason for saying that is, even if I dismiss, I'm unclear as to this, but I don't know that alleviates the potential jeopardy for your client.
Well,
under fair housing, because it becomes the issue of not always am I successful in what actions I take, that I'm taking certain actions that may be in violation of that and or discriminatory.
yeah, but if the courts would dismiss it, or find no cause of action, let's say, and I would write an opinion, or not opinion, prepare an order to that effect, setting forth your reasonings for that. That could be a basis if my client wishes to appeal. That's all I'm asking.
Oh yeah, that's what they want to do.
Yeah. No, obviously.
I don't really care, but
no, I understand.
I mean, I think there probably needs to be a discussion for you and your client as to where they're putting themselves.
That's a separate issue.
No, depending on what I do.
But if you dismiss it, or find, no, this is a hearing on the merits. If you find no cause of action. Based,
Well, but Mr. Weiss, I'm going to need to then take some testimony because there's going to be a question in my mind that I would have to resolve as to why this tenant why they made the request of this tenant. And I don't think you want my finding on that.
can I have a brief recess with
Yeah.
my client?
Court will stand in recess.
Good morning. I had a chance to discuss this with my client. At this point in time, we will dismiss the case.
All right.
With one proviso, which doesn't have to be put
Of
in.
course.
I requested that the dog be registered, not calling it an ESA or not, just that they have to go in the office and register the dog.
But upon registering her
Status is not changed.
Okay.
Right.
Ms. Bell?
Sir.
First of all, do you have any objection to the dismissal?
Providing they're gonna leave me alone.
Oh, I didn't ask you that. Do you have any objection to the
I don't
case
have any
being?
objection.
Okay, now, hold on, Miss Bell. You sat there so patiently before, you just wanted to yell at me, didn't you?
No.
All right. So then the next thing is that will you get the dog registered with them? That's not going to change your status, meaning everything's going to be like it is. They just want the dog registered, which probably is appropriate.
But Judge Simpson, we had actually given them a letter from Dr. McAvoy months ago
When I first got
stating that the dog that she's supposed to have an emergency.
Hold on. I think that issue's over. Right? So
Well, he's asking me to send him an email from Dr. McAvoy.
I just want,
well, if you look, folks, they're looking to dismiss the case.
Mhm.
They didn't ask me anything about an email. The only thing that they're then asking is that you register the dog. And Miss Bell, you don't have a problem doing that, do you?
No, I can do that again.
Pardon?
I can do it again.
Did you already register the dog?
Yes.
we're not showing you.
You're not showing a register, sir?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well, whether you did it before or you have to do it,
I'll do
let's
it
get,
again.
you'll get the dog registered.
Yes.
All right. Under those terms.
in the dismissal hearing.
All right. Case
Your
dismissed.
Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
one thing, I just got out of hospital again, and this is my only transportation right here, because she's got to go back and forth to the doctor because she was in a car accident. So it's hard for me to get anywhere because I have to go on this. So could you just bear with me for a minute? Now, she said she's going to try to email her or whatever.
Okay.